So let's actually do that. Let's go ahead and go add an item. We're going to go for $370. And just put it under labor. And then Miguel will hold out tons, and this also includes one for Brandon or whatever, just like some sort of a note. Okay? Perfect. Say add that to the cart, and now let's go add a discount. Let's add a $20 discount. So -1, $20.
Miscellaneous.
That's fine. Did you want to put it under discount itself or under other? Let's put it under discount. Just for fun. Hey, thanks. Whatever. Family discount. Yeah, great. Great.
I should be charging it all for family.
So per invoice is going to have $370 minus a $20 discount. But technically we got to that because we have all of these little sub pieces that we've added and added and added and added and added.
Yeah, very cool.
When we finally check out, it'll roll all of those into a physical invoice status, and then it'll kind of push it forward to that level.
Very cool.
So there's all of our different pieces of the puzzle, and we can decide whether or not we want to show those, if we do or don't want those. Okay? Literally, at this point, you could print off the invoice with that or not. Click View, more options, hide elements of time. Okay, there we go. Cool, there's your invoice.
Very, very cool.
Save it as a PDF either way, but basically they all exist there, but it's just a matter of how do they play.
Yeah, that's neat. That's really neat.
Cool, cool, cool. Alrighty, we have a few more minutes. Where are there questions? Where do you have questions? Do you have any questions? We did some fun stuff with Elements of Time today.
Yeah, that was really cool. I hadn't seen any of those aspects of Elements of Time.
We popped in, Joe wanted to see some email stuff, and you quickly set up a new template, called it emails, assigned it a color, minimal functionality, but though we're basically copying and pasting stuff, that makes it hit the calendar, it makes it totally searchable, it makes it all this kind of stuff. That was fast. You just did some billing for time, okay? You did some subs of time earlier. We did taking classes and creating rosters and who's paid and who hasn't paid, and a whole bunch of neat things for Elements of Time. So I think that's fun. That's really fun.
It's neat.
That's awesome. Are there any questions from those who are online? Do they have any questions on what's going on? Shannon, great job there.
Did you see these questions?
I don't know if I did or not. That's Elements of Time, photo galleries. What does that mean?
Photos also in Elements of Time. Yes. So maybe we already answered this.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Okay, what we need to do is probably transition into either the next subject, or let's go to our map for a second. Awesome. So our goal today was to talk customers, and we've spent a ton of time with customers. We can tweak it out to all sorts of different levels, okay? We also briefly talked about invoicing and quoting just because it's a function of customers. We also talked about Elements of Time, tons of options there, okay? We talked about customer log notes and statements. So we hit on a bunch of those things. We also talked about accounts receivable and even potentially billing for time and making quasi-receivables. So all of those elements of time that we had created for Mikkel, until we actually invoice them, they can't hit the accounts receivable part, okay? Unless I bill her for them and then just put it on account, and then I use the statement to say, hey, by the way, you owe me this much money. But that physically hits receivables versus us just saying, hey, this needs to be invoiced. See if we can fix it. The other piece that we did tons today was in FlexGrid. Awesome. We hit on 3 key points, actually. I love how you put 3 little dots there. What are the 3 pieces that we did inside of FlexGrids?
We added just notes to anything, any extra notes, comments that needed additional tie-ins. We also tied things together, so we tied invoices to time, for a project, for a class. Then we also created custom fields so that we could track custom database points or data points.
Awesome. Great job. Great job. Joe did have a comment for you. He says, great job, Shannon. I've already added a few of these element of time features to our Adilas data site.
Excellent. Good work.
Good.
You are on top of it, Joe.
Good on.
Great.
Joe, we're going to have to run fast and hard to keep up with you.
That's true.
Good stuff. So the other goal of today was kind of e-commerce based. Okay. So like we've already kind of generally covered some of the CRM functionality and some of the different pieces of that. We haven't talked a whole lot about quotes. It might be good to either spend a little bit of that time or say, let's go to e-commerce.
Yeah.
Because that's the next piece of the puzzle that actually is tied right there to customers.
Yeah, I would say e-commerce quotes are pretty straightforward.
Okay, good.
It's almost like a saved invoice, right? And then you just restore it to the cart. It's really easy. So,
Okay, cool.
awesome.
Awesome. So which playground do you want to play in for e-commerce? Now, e-commerce has multiple different levels, okay? Multiple
Would
different
you like to come up here?
Sure, I'll come up there for a second. You're like, please.
Probably be better though. Joe has to go in about 20 minutes, and e-commerce is his boat as well.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so really quick, what we're going to do, if our goal is going to be e-commerce, we're way down here. You can see how it's dovetailed right with shopping carts and right with customers. Like this is literally the piece, okay? Currently, there's 2 different parts of this, web presence and e-commerce. What's the difference? Shannon, what would you say is the difference?
I would assume web presence is just that people can see what you have on the web, and e-commerce is the ability to interface and actually purchase from your website.
Correct. That is exactly the. So a web presence, we give that to you free. We'll build you a website out of Adilas, and then you basically connect it to your URL. Okay. Meaning, like, say mine was Adilas.biz.com or something like that, and I had some items I was trying to sell, whether it's services or whatever. I could basically show those free of charge, not a problem, okay? As soon as you say e-commerce, you have to have more settings, okay? What are we doing? What are we selling? Are you ready for this? Do you have a merchant account? Do you have, like, it just requires more settings. And so what we do is the web presence, this is controlled at the world level, okay? So that's the world level, okay? The e-commerce, this is actually controlled at the universe level. If you were to kind of see like a graphic, okay? It's depending on which settings are available, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to come in here and we're going to talk about web presence. It's the beginning spot, okay? I'm going to erase a few drawings here, and we're going to come into this particular place. I'm currently logged in as myself, and this is just temporarily what's called a playground. This is one of my playgrounds, okay? It has a number of different pieces that are turned on and off. I would actually have to go into some further detail to actually tell to what level it is. But the first level is if you click on settings. We're going to talk just about the web presence setting. So if you click on settings, this is something that you do at the world level. And then we're going to go into edit the corp-wide settings. The web presence ones are way at the bottom, so you can basically just scroll all the way down. It's literally probably the last 2 or 3 little things, okay? Right here. So currently the numbers are 62, 63, and these are kind of what we call your web settings, okay? Do you want to show it, yes or no? If you say no, it's kind of like putting a little filter so you can't even expose anything to the outside public, okay? So you can determine if you even want somebody to even remotely see your stuff. Apologize for the coughs. The next little settings right here, if you are going to show it, do you want to show your big items or just your general inventory? And depending on what your particular business does, you may not want to show some of those different things, okay? I don't know if I have any cough drops or not right here. I'll check. If not, oh, I do have one. Sorry, I'm just going to put a cough drop in real quick. That time of year, it's allergies and colds. Okay, so just really quick, most people know the difference between a stock unit and general inventory or your items, but we literally allow you to pick and choose, okay? So if I sell trailers or vehicles or modular homes or something like that, I definitely want my big ticket items on there, okay? That's very important. If I don't, and I'm just more of like a widget in inventory or some simple little services, I'm just going to have this guy clicked. And then down below, we allow you to filter that a little bit deeper, okay? Do you want to show prices? So I'm just going to show my widget prices, and I am going to show a contact page. You can name what you want your special pricing if you're going to do it, and this is an abbreviated format. If you have a specific web address and it's not www.Adilas.biz, you can put it in here, and what it does is it'll automatically create a link back to your main homepage. So just for fun, I'm just going to put in something like this. MoreDigitalIdeas.com, okay? And so I said, yes, show it, only show my parts, go ahead and show my prices, go ahead and show the contact page, which will it'll let them see some of your locations, like addresses and emails and phone numbers and stuff like that. If you don't want to, you just literally just go, oh, don't show that, okay? And once this is all done, you save your settings. Once you've saved your settings, technically, right now, this is kind of the difference between what actually happens on the web presence versus each and every single corporation has basic things. There's actually a permission that says View Web Inventory. It's under System Basics. And if you click on it, what it does is it gives you a thing called your Corp Key ID. Okay, your Corp Key. So for mine, right here, it says USE-0053. Now basically what this is, it's 3 letters from the name of your company, a hyphen or a dash, and then the number, your world number, or your corporation ID number, okay? So right here you can see how the name of my corporation is Used for Testing Playground. If I didn't want USE, I could actually technically even go like this, PLA or anything like that. As long as it finds 3 letters that match some part of your name and then your ID number, this is how you actually get people to go there. Now I can tell from this particular page that mine says, I'd like to take you to https Adilas.biz/shop. I've got e-commerce turned on here. If you didn't have that turned on, it would say http www.adilaswebservices.biz and kind of push you out to a whole nother server that's just serving up the e-commerce portion of that. Here, what I'm trying to say is I need this Corp Key ID, okay? I'm going to go Control Copy. I'm going to actually open up a brand new browser and kind of show you how we're going to go outside of the secured environment and see what pieces of the puzzle I actually have there, okay? From the main Adilas.biz website, there's a thing that says Search Web Inventory. Now, if you know the Corp Key ID, right here, when you hit Enter, it'll actually take you into my web presence for my virtual world of what's going on, okay? So this is exposed externally. You'll notice that the web address changed, okay? It says Adilaswebservices.biz inventory. Like it's kind of like in an inventory section. Right now, one of the things that I can see is I do have a main homepage. Remember how I put in more digital ideas? If I put that into my settings, when I click on it, it'll actually take me to a physical website. Okay, how you can get back. Okay, we did a bunch of stuff yesterday with climbing. So look at this. Here's some of our hardware. Click. We'll click on hardware. And right now I don't have any pictures for this kind of stuff. So I'm showing stuff, but I'm not really ready for full e-commerce or anything yet. Let me show you this right here. I know that we have some pictures under Candy. I go Candy, change it to medium thumbnails, search, click, click, click. Looks like we didn't add a Twix bar yet. But basically what you want to do is you want to kind of prep your stuff. This is just showing it. This is pre-built. People can come, they can look at it and be like, sweet, yeah, what do we got here? You know, like if you have descriptions, it actually can help hold descriptions and all kinds of stuff. This is what we call the generic web presence, okay? It's just kind of, hey, let me show you my items. And you can actually go in and say, show, hide, don't show, etc. Yes?
Joe's question is, what about a company that already has a web storefront? Can Adilas e-commerce integrate or at least record sales?
I will answer that saying coming soon, but what has to happen is we have to open up a database backend so that any other sale could then potentially get whatever they're doing. Like say they already have a pre-built e-commerce piece. If they want to record it into Adilas, we have to do some mapping. We have to use a little bit of an API in the background that says, go to your current web store, your GoDaddy store, your Yahoo store, whatever. Grab some information from Yahoo and can we map it back into Adilas? We have to open up those little portals, if you will. It's virtually windows of the system to kind of allow it to play. But that is the thing that we are calling the API, which is an application programming interface. That is actually, it's exciting, it's coming. We've already started building tables for that, so it's coming soon. So that's kind of cool. So to answer your question, currently right this second, it's not fully, that door is not open yet, but that door will be open. That is where we are headed. We see that that is a need, not only for us to kind of say, hey, can I interact with some sort of Google or Amazon or Yahoo or GoDaddy or any of these different carts and then sucking data into Adilas so they can run their stuff, but also going like, hey, here's all your tables in Adilas. Do you want to pull some of this data out and create your own custom so that somebody can say, yes, I'd like to schedule something. It automatically goes into your elements of time. Then they pay for something. Then you automatically roll it right into a payment for that. And like, there's some neat things that are coming. We don't even have the idea of everything that is coming, but that's called the API, and we're going to have to let you consume it as you need it. Okay? So basically, all we did right there is cover the basic web presence, and we totally went out to a whole separate site. Okay? If I wanted to actually see what this site looked like under e-commerce, if I click here, instead of saying search web inventory, you have to kind of know where to send people. So I'm going to come up to the URL, the actual address, and I'm going to go like this, SHOP, and hit enter. So technically I'm right underneath Adilas. This looks very similar, and this is some documentation. This is currently for the e-commerce inside of Adilas. We've done it internally since who knows when. Like all that stuff that you're doing and seeing, like swiping credit cards and taking credit card information and building carts and selling items and vehicles and services. We do internal e-commerce forever to huge levels. Externally, as far as actually exposing this, it's just now coming into play. I think that we even launched some of it in like July of this year. So you're just talking August and September. So this has only been cooking for about 2 months as far as even being available to the e-commerce level. I'm going to go ahead and hit paste again, put my corp key in there, and hit enter. Okay? So technically it looks very, very similar. The main difference is all of a sudden I have the availability to sign into my account. I have, when I click on Candy, I now have options. I have add to cart options. I have, if I go deeper into hot tamales, I have add to cart options. I have, basically it allows you to play. So if you wanted to buy some hot tamales at 85 cents a piece, you could say 5, add that to the cart. Now inside of Adilas, we have view cart pages all the time. This is the web cart. Super simple. Minimal buttons. It does have similar Adilas flavors. Like if you were, say you were continuing shopping and you wanted, hey, what did I have in my cart? It's very similar to what we do inside of Adilas. but it kind of helps you remember some of these different pieces. You can update, you can start your order, or you can check out. And these are settings that actually deal on the universe level as far as what we allow for the options.